Welcome to another edition of Black Opinions Matter. Motherfucker, my name is Amin Hassan. I'm joined, as always, by Black Trey, Big Jerv, and Jay Skills. We got special guests, Naima Cochrane and Cashe, coming through a little bit later. We got a hell of it. This is a classic episode today. We're going to talk about, of course, the thing that everybody's talking about right now, the rap beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake and Cole and God knows who else is Future in there. There's Metro Boomin in there. There's a whole bunch of people. We're going to talk about all about that shit. We're also going to talk about the man with the bad fit, or was it a bad fit? The man had a polo shirt and he went to Whataburger. They're trying to clown him. We're going to get to the bottom of it, figure out whether his fit was truly awful or if, in fact, he was fresh. Within that, no, does he have hoes? We're going to talk about holelessness. And is it bad to appear that you are holeless? I dress this way just to kind of be a punching bag for that conversation. You don't want to miss it. Also, shout out to Fifth. He let us know that nowadays, instead of saying pause, we're saying hashtag no Diddy. And we wonder whether Diddy is done for real or whether he's going to come back. But first, patreon.com/countthedings. That's where you go to get all the extra content, the OG podcast, the watch-alongs for Cinephobe, the Discord, and so much more. We got so much content over there. Patreon.com/countthedings. Make sure you're locked in. Make sure you're getting this episode all in its entirety and not in bits and pieces across an entire week. All right. Without further ado, let's get to our first topic, which is the Freaknik documentary on Hulu that made everybody on Black Twitter angry. So this Freaknik documentary has taken the internet by storm. And before we get into the details, and shout out to our guest, Naima Cochrane, who joins us, because she had some opines that she shared, including the photographs. So I'm going to tell you, Naima, you inspired me to start looking for my photo albums. Because you got to
dig up. You got to go into the archives. Pictures. That's what they're for.
Oh, yeah. I got a lot of pictures from Freaknik. But one of the funniest things was you said your first Freaknik was 94, and you called it the last great Freaknik.
I keep saying like, 94 was the last original Freaknik year. A lot of people say that. It was the last original Freaknik year.
I've lived my entire life thinking that 97, my first Freaknik, that was the last good year. Like that, because we've been saying that, and I remember 98 and walking around and being like, not as good as it was last year.
Right.
And I remember my cousin came to 99, and I was like, this thing is actually very weak. And he couldn't believe it. Like, this is...
Yeah, I forgot it went that long. Like, honestly, some people will say 95 was the last good year. I say it's 94 because 95 was when they were starting the prep for the Olympics and the traffic patterns started changing. So my thing is, if you didn't get the pre-exit block off Freaknik, you didn't get the real, because part of that, just the traffic just cruising up and down Peachtree was such a big part of the experience, which nobody really got after 95.
So before, like I said, before we dive into this, I just want to try and list out, because again, I don't even know if any of these events still exist. But I know when I was in college, I know there were Freaknik, Black Biker Weekend in Myrtle Beach, Black Spring Break in Daytona Beach, was it the Kapalua or what they call it? Jerv, the Kapalua.
There was a Kapalua somewhere.
Yeah.
So was that the event, Jerv?
I mean, that's a little before my time. I'm in high school at this time. I mean, I've heard of it, but I can't give too much information. That
there was Philly Greek.
It's sworn by secrecy.
Oh, Philly Greek.
Yeah.
And I was trying not to say that because I didn't want to seem biased, but yeah.
There was 10 relays. There was Orange Crush. There was Orange Crush at Savannah State, which was started by what's my name? Shannon Sharp and them back in his day, which also ended in the early 90s. There was Jones Greek Fest, Jones Beach in New York.
Yes.
There were a few like of those regional.
I've never heard of Penn Relays. I've never heard of Orange Crush.
You never heard of Penn Relays?
No.
Penn Relays? Wow.
No, I don't
know. So it's
kind
of like, well, Jerv, no, you're the actual
there you go.
Regional representative. Like,
I mean, it's like the biggest fucking track meet of the year, like for everyone.
You know what it was? I mean, it was CIAA, but a track meet. So you know how CIAA is actually a basketball tournament, but it turns into a party weekend. It's that, but track meet in Philadelphia. That's
that
what
would
it
have
was.
been
It was
fire. I wish I'd
it was
known about that.
CIAA before CIAA.
Cane relays are still going on though. It's not,
But not as a party weekend.
There are parties.
Okay.
But it's like, you know, it's you know what she means. It's not like people coming for the spectacle, right? In the same way that like
more so coming just to watch the event. Now.
There's a difference between the Super Bowl and the Kansas City Chiefs are playing Monday Night Football, and so there are parties in town because they're like there's a difference in those two things. Super Bowl is like I don't even care who's in that Super Bowl. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like there's races. What? It's like even with CIAA, I remember be like, there's basketball games.
Oh, okay.
Like,
can I add? Did y'all say Black College Weekend? The one that was up in it was like Old Dominion area.
No.
That? Oh,
no.
that was big during my college years. It was Black College Weekend, and it was up in what is that park in?
Was it Virginia Beach?
No, not Virginia Beach. Golly, I'm so old and wild.
Norfolk?
I cannot remember. No, it was out fucking like out near Williamsburg. It was King's Dominion. It was King's Dominion weekend, Black College weekend.
Okay,
Yep, sir. All the you know, black colleges, you know, would come up to King's Dominion.
Right.
You know.
And I know y'all don't count. I know y'all don't count my school, but Texas Southern, Prairie View, I think Wiley, a couple other schools was coming to Galveston for Kappa Beach party. So
yeah, that Kappa Beach party.
That was my first experience in 2004. I'm just like, you know, coming from LA, seeing like all these obviously Greeks and stuff like that. All my uncles and cousins are Kappas. I just didn't do it. But
I could see you as a Kappa though, Trey. Honestly,
no, I know everything. You know, Jerv.
Look at Jerv. Look at Jerv. Jerv's like,
listen, they
in a candy cane.
They groomed me and trained me since I was like fucking.
You have the look. I could see it.
8 years old, I was supposed to be down when I.
What's your shoulders? What's your shoulder work look like?
Nah, I ain't gonna do all that. But I used to be watching all that. You know what I mean? I actually was in the house. I knew the stands and every different, you know, that pledge from the 90s to 2000s, all that shit. I seen it. So
Jason, I want to ask you because you are, I believe, the youngest among us.
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't get to experience any of this shit, right? Like this had already been done by the time you.
Yeah, this was a wrap. I got to college at 05. Yeah, so it was Kappa parties it was Kappa parties at SC that we would go to. But other than that, you know, and we knew about Howard Homecoming and all the other homecomings like down south. Like I had a bunch of friends who went to Morehouse, Spelman, the whole nine. So like, you know, a lot of people was coming back, you know, telling us about what was going on out there. But yeah, it wasn't no big, like all of the events y'all talking about that was not really taking place.
So when you're watching this documentary, Jason,
yeah,
is this revelation for you? Like, oh, that's what it looked like? Or did you kind of already have?
I kind of already knew, you know, like being in hip hop, it's funny that they had Too Short, like, you know, voicing it because like I remember hearing him and other people rap about Freaknik. You feel me? So it wasn't like
he lived in Atlanta too at that time.
Yeah. So it wasn't no big mystery. I remember my dad talked about it. So my dad is like 62 now. So it's like his generation was like the older generation for them niggas, like in Too Short's age range. So, you know, like loving Luke and all of that. Like
your
that
dad was part of the Infiltrators.
Right. Hey, because it's funny because I seen some niggas that
dad was trying to pull up, bro. The 40 niggas.
I seen some niggas that was interviewed in the documentary. I'm like, these niggas is not in college.
Yo, any nigga that pulled up not going to school, yo, you niggas is the problem.
Luke was 34. Luke was born in 1960. I just want that to see.
Yeah, so was my dad. My dad was born in 1960.
And he's talking about, like, as soon as that man said, when you think of college, the first thing you think of is sex. I was like, security, somebody get the police. Right now, please. You are a 34-year-old man in 1994, sir. Why are you even concerned? And that's part of the problem of what Freaknik became right there. No shots to your dad, Jason. He might have been one of the good ones.
He was a good guy.
He was one of the good ones.
He might have just been there to observe and report. That's fine. So yeah.
You know what's wild? That Luke interview, or the video that I feel like MTV had did like a
yes,
interview.
they did. They did.
Okay.
That's how I got the knowledge of
They
it.
did a behind the music or whatever.
They did
behind
a behind
the video, making it a video.
I think they were just trying to push
Oh,
the
you mean like
whole
in
thing.
real time, right? Like we're not talking on new. Okay, yeah. I think that's where I saw it. Like that was my like.
It got commercialized even more.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, that's how people.
Going on here?
And no. Tell me if I'm skipping ahead. That's how. That's what used to frustrate me is that when people would talk about Freaknik, they would talk about it like a Luke video because it became a real life version of a Luke video after that, right? People thought that they were coming for just some wild shit. And before that, it wasn't that. You know what I mean? It really was like good college fun. It was good college fun. And I mean, yeah, it was heavy flirting and it might have been a little grabby. It was the 90s. It was kind of like that. I never felt in danger in any way at any point. It felt like a big family picnic, honestly, all throughout Atlanta. And I'd never seen so many fine young Black men in one place in my life. And I'm sure people feel the same about the men feel the same about Black women. But yeah, it always bothered me that when people talk about Freaknik now, they was like, y'all was out there pussy popping and on the highway and, you know, doing all kinds of stuff. And I was like, it wasn't always that. So I was really happy to know that this documentary was taking it all the way back to the origins and why it started with the Metro DC Club and the AUC. Because I'm like,
did you know about that?
Like, well, they named it Freaknik. I did.
I didn't know that.
I knew that. I didn't realize it started as early as 83. I thought it started in like 87, 88. Damn, I didn't know it started that early, but I knew it started as an AUC picnic. Specifically.
So before I watched it, the one thing I was waiting for was I wonder if they're gonna explain how to actually spell it, because all my life
because I spell it with the K. I spell it with the K at the end, but I think it's really spelled with the C at the end. But I've always spelled it with the K.
Different.
Yes.
Amin glitching.
Love it.
I thought I was tripping for a second. I'm like, it's all good.
I'm always here for that.
But yeah, no, how the name came about was crazy. Like I didn't realize it was picnic. Like that's because it's pronounced, because the way a lot of people pronounce it is
Freaknik. Yeah, Freaknik. It's Freaknik. So, that mine I knew.
Yeah. So if I would have thought Nick, then it would have made more sense. But when I saw that, I was like, oh, and the K throws you off too. So you're not really thinking of picnic. And I was like, that's kind of interesting. But yeah, the freak part also was funny because he's like, oh, we got it from the song. And I'm like, that's not what I ever thought. You know what I'm saying? Like any type of like.
Yeah, no, it definitely, I was shocked about the origins. And now I guess the spelling should be with the C, given that. Also, as a side note, the lady said, which now is problematic given what we know about picnics. I'm like, I'm sorry, are picnics out? Are we not doing picnics anymore?
I still use picnic. But I also feel like, was the pick a nigga thing ever confirmed, or is that like the Willie Lynch letter? I'm still not.
I don't know.
That was my first time hearing that. I never heard that before.
Oh, you never heard that before?
No,
okay.
I had never heard that.
You know they say pick a nigga. You know what I mean? So niggas was off that.
Like, people said it came out. I want to say, I guess like mid 2000s. People were saying that the origin of the word picnic came from like slave auctions where people would bring food out for the auctions, and it was kind of like quote unquote pick a nigga. But I feel like that might be like the Willie Lynch letter. I'm not sure we confirmed that's true.
Yeah, we need to find
I
the
still
origin.
say picnic.
Right.
I personally, and I consider myself a little bit like conscious, I still use the word picnic because it's convenient.
What else would you call it?
What else would you call it? A gathering outdoors.
Because everything can't be a family reunion.
And everything ain't a cookout. Picnics and cookouts are not the same thing.
Cookouts are very specific.
Because if there's no cooking,
it's a picnic.
You know what I'm saying? If there's no, you know what I mean? Like it's everything makes sense. The name is very direct. Like
also picnic suggests like a cookout suggests like there's tables and there's mingling and there's whatever, but picnic suggests like there's blankets and you're on the ground and you're chilling.
We still have picnics in New York right now.
Yeah, it's spread out like you're chilling.
Yogi the Bear.
It's very different. Yeah, it's a different situation.
Shout out to Yogi. That's Juju. I thought it was very hilarious that they had 21 Savage talking about Freaknik.
People are upset that 21 Savage was in that doc.
Okay,
even though he's also a producer of the doc.
There you go. There's two things. One is
that.
It's executive produced by 21 Savage, Jermaine Dupri, and Uncle Luke.
Creepy scaring the hoes, Uncle Luke.
Scaring the hoes.
How did he go from getting the hoes to scaring the hoes?
Scaring the hoes.
Hey, because you gotta read the room, bro. And I think that was the whole essence of Freaknik. You know what I mean? You think about it, like originally this shit was just like, bro, we broke, we can't go home. Let's use our imagination and turn something to what we can do. Actually, hey, we making bread off of this. Oh, people actually having a good time. Oh, let me go tell some people back home about this shit. Oh, they want to visit. Now they want to drive down. Then it gets to a commercialization of like, oh, Uncle Luke has a song. We have a theme song. Now we got the
clubs want to do nights. They want to get hosts. They want to do, and that fucked it up. As soon as, and I think everybody on here probably knows something about this. You curate a vibe, right? You create something really special. And the paradox of it, and I tweeted this a couple of years ago talking about Freaknik, the paradox of, and all these different like little regional gatherings we just talked about, the paradox of it is that success comes with a countdown clock. Like once it reaches a tipping point and folks from outside the intended community start coming in, you have only a certain amount of time left before it turns into another thing, right? It's like do you keep it small and really exclusive, or do you let it grow and then just release it to the universe? You can't do both, especially for these things that were created by college students for college students, because the original people aren't there to shepherd it through. Right. It keeps changing hands, you know? There's no stewardship.
That's exactly what happened with Facebook, ironically.
Right.
Yeah. When they open up the floodgates. When they open up the floodgates, for sure. And
it happens with every club. It happens.
You can say the same thing about Twitter. Once we start getting verified, once we start getting some type of popularity and earning money and all that shit, that shit changes the thing.
Listen, those of us who were on Clubhouse early, that happened in the same thing. Once the androids came in, no offense to the green bubble people.
I really like that they included school days in a different world as a promotion of that was great. Spreading. That was really great. It was basically like free advertisement, right? At this point, you know what I mean?
But but it wasn't like, it's weird because I really enjoyed that part. First of all, I watched every episode of A Different World. I do not remember them mentioning Freaknik.
They did mention Freaknik, but it was an aside, and it was kind of like, I was really surprised because they got it wrong, because Kim was saying she was trying to go to Freaknik in DC. So I'm not sure if they had tried to expand, because there was a point where they tried to expand Freaknik, because she was trying to drive real quick from Virginia to DC, which is why she was able to get back when her dad showed up. So she said she was going to Freaknik in DC, and it was also around homecoming season. So it was all Freaknik was spring break, and I never knew of it to be anywhere but Atlanta. So I'm not sure if maybe like at one point they tried to do a DC version, or if it was early enough.
Just writers. Was that
Countess? That was Countess' ass. Countess' ass was throwing the party. She tried to throw that shit in a different way right quick. So we saw her.
Like we're gonna do this real quick. So I'm not sure, but it was just a mention. They didn't follow her there. They didn't do. Her dad had forbade her to go. She went. He showed up on campus. She had to come back and pretend she wasn't there. Yeah.
Just for the record, because Naima said that in Different World they had to drive from Virginia. I just want to confirm that, you know, we all know that A Different World, for those who don't know, the Hampton University.
All right, brother.
All right, and $3.
Thanks for that.
Not you finna drop a jewel.
Any chance?
Oh, that is a jewel, my brother.
Juju, it was either gonna be Hampton or Philadelphia. One of the two things.
One of the two. But I really liked the part in the documentary where they talked about Outkast. I thought that was the dopest part to me, like out of everything. You know, you get the whole historical context and what have you, but like me even remembering that they came out in 94 and all that, and then him saying that they had the snippets on the other side of the cassette. I was like, wow.
The promotional samplers was crazy.
Yeah,
I miss snippet samplers. That was an era.
That was dope. And then even the LaFace street team was hard. Like the chick saying like, this is the best place you could possibly imagine. to get everybody playing your shit.
So that woman, Shanti, she was one of my first bosses in the industry. I used to work for her. I worked for her at Arista when L.A. Reid took over Arista Records, and he brought a lot of LaFace team with me. So that's one of my first boss, marketing guru, mentor. I learned a lot from her. I love seeing my people up there. But yeah, it was like,
I'm shocked I didn't see you in the doc. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not from Atlanta. I mean, listen, I'm not from Atlanta, and I'll be honest. I've had a lot of commentary in different places about it.
Mark is Mark from Atlanta?
No, Mark went to school at Morehouse, though, right?
No, Mark went to UPenn.
Mark went to Morehouse first, and then he went to UPenn.
The only reason why I said that because we have a black intellectual people sometimes where they pick for the docs, and Naima, they be like, "Yo, Naima." That's why I love when they call Naima. I'll be doing the Leo meme. I'll be like, I know her.
I was on point of my screen, but let me because on that note, there were a lot of people like they were angry that they got like.
Jerv, pull it up.
Quote unquote black intellectuals, right? And I'm not talking because we're gonna talk about this specific tweet.
Oh my God.
We're gonna talk about this specific tweet later. But like as I scroll through the comments, because it's a funny ass tweet. It's a Mark, we love you. But it's a funny tweet. But as I read through some of the replies, it became less about kind of like let's get this funny joke off, and more about I can't believe. Bitter, like, why didn't they get any real black? I'm like, first of all, nobody want to hear your mumbling, stuttering ass on TV.
Right.
They want people who can actually articulate what the hell was going on. Second of all,
that's the thing, right? It's like who was there? And I understand why people were kind of annoyed with the 21 Savage of it all, but I feel like it's an important part of storytelling to have somebody who can talk about impact. And
you were there, and half of the people were there.
Yeah, and 21 had done his whole Freaknik birthday party, which was massive in Atlanta, and people be like, he didn't even move to Atlanta until he was a teenager, but he's in the aftermath of it, right? So I feel like that was, and honestly, clearly he loved the storytelling of it enough to put money up.
Yeah, yep.
You know what I mean? So like that's important.
Yeah, we don't get this unless he actually is interested.
Yeah, like he put the money up. Shut up. Let him say a couple words.
But niggas is lazy too. That's the crazy thing about it. I think a lot of niggas be sometimes. Like, because I didn't even know. See, I said why he was in there.
The whole thing, this is about, and I'm skipping ahead. This is happening with the Black Twitter doc that's coming out in May too. People like, oh, y'all got the Black Twitter intelligentsia and not the real Black Twitter. And no, it's mad people. Like I'm in it. It's mad people in it, right? Just watch it. I thought we was gatekeeping. What is it about to gatekeep about Black Twitter? Like, what are y'all talking about?
But also, the idea that like this piece is incomplete. If I didn't hear from
experts
busting these hoes 715, like I'm sorry, no, I think we can tell the story without him. Like, like it's just not everyone's attendance is required.
Correct.
But that's the insanity. I'm like, what are y'all talking about, man?
But
what are you talking about?
I feel like I would have wanted to hear from more rappers though. Like, and that's my thing with the 21 is like. He's the young rapper like who wasn't there. We got Big Boy, Ludacris, like all these Atlanta rappers who was from the area. Ludacris was a DJ, so he had to have some kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Sense of this,
but Chris also ain't from Atlanta though, so there's that part.
Yeah.
Chris is not. I don't know when he got there, but he's not.
I think he got there in college. He went to college.
Okay, he went to college. But here's what I will say about this: to me, complaining about Mark and 21. Like you do always have to have some people, like you said to me, who can contextualize things and talk about maybe coming in the aftermath and how it impacted like the area that you're in now. Because Atlanta today, the music scene today was shaped in part by those Freaknik years. And also what they didn't really talk about was that the same years that Freaknik was blowing up, there was this really big music convention called How Can I Be Down that was in Atlanta. And they sometimes crossed over, which I feel like is how the music industry started infiltrating Freaknik a little bit as well. That was run by Peter Thomas, who now most people just know from Real Housewives, but it was like one of the biggest back when we had music conventions where like, I think it shows up either that or Jack the Rapper is going to show up in BMF this season, like the music conventions where you would go and see talent really early and all of that stuff. So that also was happening.
He's shown up already. Just
it's shown up already.
The Tupac tour.
Yes.
So, that was also happening in Atlanta. So that was helping shape the idea of Atlanta as a young music city. and not just like it was always an esteemed black city, but that was helping shape Atlanta. Like we called it hot. That was when we was calling it Hotlanta. Going to Hotlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like it was still like a thing.
And then white people discovered it, and then we had to
we
had to leave that one behind.
Hey, the Olympics was a crazy clear out. Niggas did the 1-4. Like, hold on, clear, ISO, mismatch. Let's get Freaknik. Oh, we got Freaknik on the island. Then I'm about to get 50 on them.
We got to hear from resident ATL Juju about, you know what I'm saying, your perspective on all of this.
I have no perspective. I respect the perspective of my sister who I just met, and I think she speaks for all of us.
Yeah, I don't know why you just sounded like Cat Williams to me, my nigga. Like, but that's Juju sound like he's on the grand jury just indicted him.
Juju be having respect when he pull up, bro. Especially, you know, he respect Naima. That's what's up.
I appreciate it.
And I'm in the streets for real. Like we talk. Like I'm still like, you know what I mean. I'm outside, so I got to deal with a lot of people.
Yeah, he had to be mindful of his commentary.
The 21 savages of the world, and
right.
But Juju, as a child growing up in the state of Georgia, like, do you have any memories from like either older cousins or anything?
I was a child. My mom and daddy was preachers. They would be damned if I watched MTV, let alone take my ass to some damn Atlanta if you wanted to. My mama pulled me out the club one time. That shit changed my life. I thought I was grown. I went to the club. It was senior night. All my partners that was up there at the club, I snuck my ass in there. Nigga, I seen my mama coming through the crowd in the club. Oh my God, I would peed and died, bro.
That's a crazy pull.
Bro, through the grace of God, exactly. Through the grace of God, she just came over and said, son, go to the car. You feel me? Because I thought she was going to
You thought she was going to embarrass you?
I thought it was over. Right, it was over.
The belt
she took me to the car. She drove me home and then persisted to beat my ass in all the like Hogan elbow.
How'd she get in?
How she get in? She paid it. She can get in the club. What you mean?
Hey,
she get in. Walk through the door.
Hey,
I saw in the club. Nigga, I'm giving $100.
You know how crazy it is, bro. If Mom Dukes pulled up undercover, just like, all right, like she about to get in just to go get Juju. Like, all right, yeah, I'm about to get in, and they just
why would any adult have to do that? You walk up to the club. How much is $5? Huh? My son in here. Move out the way, little boy. Who I used to watch.
I have his mama showing up with like the house shoes on.
And the robe.
Don't try my mama. Okay.
Not too much.
No. And the bouncer just saying,
let's not even make this joke about my mama at all.
It's not about your mama. It's about the bouncer.
Somebody else's mom.
It's about the bouncer. It's about the bouncer being shook and being like not even charging cover, just be like, "Oh shit."
My mama ain't in the story though. Yeah, my mama ain't in that story. Nah. Moving on.
Like, we're not going to entertain a hypothetical.
Hypothetical does not exist.
Dude,
so bring back the tweet. Jerv.
Yeah, bring the tweet back.
Bring back the tweet. Moving on.
Poor Mark.
So scroll up, please.
And zoom if possible, because can you pinch
Jerv,
and zoom?
And by the way, if this ever gets wind of Mark Jerv had nothing to do with this.
No, and also Mark knows we love him. Hey Mark,
I don't love that nigga. I don't love that nigga because of that macaroni and cheese take. So that nigga forever.
No, when I found out that Mark don't eat macaroni and cheese.
That nigga forever the opposite.
Wait, what was his take?
Mark hates macaroni and cheese.
He said macaroni and cheese trash. I can't trust no black people.
Like he don't even want it on the Thanksgiving table. I don't understand that.
We are all lactose intolerant and bruh talking like that. We still eat that shit, bro. I don't want to hear that.
I don't understand how that happened.
That's cool, Jerv. All right, I'm gonna read it out. Shouts to Ben Rich Sports. He says, this Freaknik doc stinks. Like, what does Mark Lamar Hill know about hoes? Now that's an amazing question.
It's a great
but
line.
Not to put too much on Mark Lamar.
But quietly, Mark got a roster that some people don't know about, but that's a whole nother story.
Okay. All right, and we get to the meat of it.
So now here it is.
Quietly.
Now here's the thing. Is being known for having hoes a good or bad thing?
To whom?
Depends.
For an individual. For an individual to be
but
known.
at this is what I'm saying. It depends on whose perspective. First of all, hey Chase, it depends on whose perspective you're asking, right? And then what the context matters, which is a non-answer, but it is the answer. The context matters, right? So again, going back to the Freaknik of it all, instead of some people were coming to this doc with the point of view that they was about to see an expose about the Freaknik.
I for sure came in like Uncle no, I'm talking about Uncle Jerome. Where the titties and shit.
So if you sitting down in that frame of mind, then your question is, why is a nigga here who I do not affiliate with having hoes? Because this is supposed to be a documentary about hoes.
About the hoes.
Right?
That's just so funny.
That's going to be your train of thought. But if you're going...
Naima, I was looking for the hoes. I ain't gonna lie.
You're coming into it like I'm trying to watch a documentary about some Black cultural shape-shifting shit, then Mark maybe makes more sense to you.
Sure. I mean, for me, I was just like, the nigga was there. Like that's the
other thing. If a motherfucker was there, we was there.
I want to hear from some motherfucker that wasn't there, that like what they think this shit is about.
What their cousin told them happened.
Yeah.
But also, how are you judge? Yeah. Like, how do you judge a man and be like, yo, he look like he got hoes?
So if you out here just trying to like better black people to some people, right? Whatever the case may be, you just ain't got no hoes.
Hey man,
just because he ain't messy.
I don't think it's good to have the opinion. I don't think it's good to have to be attached to he has a lot of hoes. I don't like that connotation. I don't think it's.
These are the people who DFI Future. Let's just start with that.
So this is my thing, Naima, because like after we had our laughs, because we had a lot of laughs. Mark, sorry, but you know this shit funny. But then I said, there's a value to appearing to not have hoes. Right? Not saying not having hoes. I'm saying to appearing to not have hoes.
Correct.
It makes the defenses all drop when you come around. Trey was like, nobody want to be around somebody who don't have hoes or who appears to not have hoes.
Who appears to not have hoes.
Appears, because we're talking about appearances.
Because here's the thing. Again, there's a certain like at 39, I don't want the hoes. I don't want the hoes.
We're talking about a different era.
At 29. Yeah, I got the hoes. But here's the thing. I'm going to be realistic about it. You can lie and say your game. I ain't talking to nobody. No, we got options. Everybody got options, bro. Like I got hoes.
Yeah, but I think it's a little bit more lighthearted than that, and I think it's another way of saying like he don't have swag. Pretty much.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. Do you have? Thank you, Chase. Because it was like, do you have the energy that seems like you could?
Yeah, like that. When I look at him, he don't look like he got swag. So that's what it is. I don't think
like if I bring you around the hoes, are they comfortable? Are they ready to have a good time?
Do the hoes know you? Even if
do you repel? Do you repel?
There you go. There you go, Naima. That's the key thing. Is to me the one thing you don't want to be is someone who scares the hoes. Scaring the hoes, that's bad.
He might
wear Chelsea boots.
50. You don't know.
That's what I'm saying. He bordered like.
Hey, Jerv don't gotta say it, but Mark might be Clark Kent with the hoes. He might have a different.
He don't like mac and cheese. The black.
When the camera go off, that nigga might turn into motherfucking Eddie Murphy and Boomerang. You never know.
I never met this brother, but I've seen him out on the TV and shit, and he do look like one of the brothers who wouldn't be considered to have a plethora of whores.
See, and that's why I said that's a bad brand to have. Like if a nigga say, bro, ain't got no hoes. That's crazy.
But in his
space, it might work.
It works.
I'm sure it works.
Yeah, in his space, it works.
It probably works. Look, Amin, though.
Understand how much y'all are.
Hey. I've been waiting for that line all day long because I'm surprised, but like I like to think that I present as someone like I don't scare the hoes, but I'm not necessarily like, hey, you didn't think I'm holeless. Oh, I come off as holeless.
I'm holeless, Joe Jackson, bro. I ain't no stage in my life have I had hoes.
I would test at 37. I've never been holeless. Okay, different type of life now.
Yeah, how old are you? Hold on. The nigga. Okay, I'm about to say this nigga.
I'm going into my 40s, man. You feel me? I got a different.
Trey, nigga, when do you turn 40? Like, let's keep it real. Like you just You just out here just claiming this 40, bro. And you got.
Why can't I have a 40?
But he's not. But Jerv, he's not wrong. Once you're 39, you're 40.
You out here just taking the 40.
Once you're 39, you're 40. Like
you're 40,
we
bro.
might as well just accept
that's
it.
That's weird though, Jerv. Jerv, could you imagine me
claiming
claiming to be a young nigga at 39? If I was calling myself young, if I was calling myself young Trey,
look, life is what you make it, bro. If you said you was a young nigga at 39, if that's your life, who will tell you what your consciousness means to you?
I'm in the way.
Got no time
I'm in the way. I'm in the
way. Hold on.
Once I was 39, I was 40. It was.
Hold on, but Trey, you might say that.
39.
But for a nigga who wants to claim 40 so bad, you seem to hang out with a lot of young niggas.
It's my job.
He has
loose fitting pants.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
I am the celebrity influencer relations.
Because Trey is mixy for a living, it gives the appearance that he has hoes.
It's my job.
Because his job is to be around people who want to be around a nigga with hoes.
I'm also born.
Wow, well put. Maybe that's the episode title. His job is to be the nigga niggas want to be around because he looks like he has hoes. That's a bar.
That's a bit weird.
That's a good job.
Niggas do ask me where the hoes at, and I say, yo, find
I'm
them.
sure.
Like Trey do got the where the hoes at vibe for sure.
Yeah.
I know you know where they are.
Trey gives the I ain't got no hoes. Dot. That I'm going.
Any nigga with a nose ring know where the hoes at.
Right.
Hey, where
to the side like nose ring?
Hey, where the hoes at starter pack is crazy.
Nose ring.
Right.
You know the hoes at.
Right. What do niggas who have the hoes always have with them, bro?
A dangly earring, nose ring.
Dangly earrings.
Oh yeah, dangly guy.
Dang,
or the haircut where they got the dreads at the top, but none on the sides, so they just braid it back sometimes. They know where they at.
Yo, niggas is sickos, man. For real, man. Hey, Naima, I guess you can stay for this shit because we on the music shit right now. Rap beef is back.
Yeah.
Rap fucking beef is back.
I was gonna say, speaking of niggas who's old, but niggas don't consider old, we got a rap beef between a bunch of niggas who's almost 40.
Pretty much, yeah.
Future 40.
That's a good point.
Future is 40, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with
the evolution of, bro. Look, with the evolution of rap, we just haven't had this opportunity before. This is the first time in history that rap has been 50. Like back in, if it was 70-year-old rappers back in 1980, they would have been beefing. It's just rap has finally got to the age to where it's beefable at 50.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, so I asked Chase to come on to this episode for sure because Chase has worked with all of them, right? At this point? Yeah. So he gets to have the first, and Naima, you probably work with a bunch of them too, because again, you got a range. Like your range.
I've worked with one person in this mix that we about to talk about. So I'm gonna let y'all lead. I'll jump in as I can.
Okay. So song came out. Shout outs to Radio and Joe Cooley, Compton in the house. Joe Cooley's from the crib. But like that is that Everlasting Bass is a crazy beat in itself. And then to, play chess and have Kendrick come on there and surprise everybody. This has turned everybody into conspiracy theorists. I've never seen this many think pieces or this much detective work.
What kind of rap conspiracy though?
I mean, just to the point of just like, oh, he said this or this.
Oh, you mean trying to like unpack and
trying to go way too much.
I think it's the first time in a while we've been surprised by this that way because nobody saw the name on the title. I didn't expect it because the first verse, I'm just listening to Future. I'm just in my bag. I'm just like, oh, this shit hard. And then Kendrick comes on. He's direct to the point about, basically him talking to Drake. But my biggest thing is this. I don't think it's beef again. I think we go through these cycles where we try to get excited about rap competition, and the competition level in rap is just low because people only focus on the same 3 to 5 rappers. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's usually Kendrick, Lamar, Drake, J. Cole, or reverse the order, or it's Jay-Z, it's Kanye and Drake, And so I think people get excited about rappers catching the rap bug, and wanting to battle and wanting to see competitive nature. So I'm glad that Kendrick did it. I hope that J. Cole responds. I want J. Cole to respond because I think that J. Cole could take it to a level where it could be pure sport. Like they both lyrically, I think with Drake and Kendrick is always gonna have this weird tension to it.
Because Drake's gonna be petty.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be something personal between them two. And I think between Cole and Kendrick, it don't have to get personal, but it could get very lyrical.
And Drake the type of nigga to buy Eazy catalog and shit.
But
yeah, shit outside of music. Drake will post some shit on Instagram that tie in with some shit.
Yeah, Drake will say something
Cole
about
gonna get bars,
shit, being his cousin DMs or something.
Gonna wear your little
listen, this is kind of why I disagree, because I think this beef has been simmering for over a decade. Like this has been a long time coming between
Control.
Drake. Before that, King Kunta is a Drake diss. Like, let's start there. You feel me? Like,
but I think people are surprised. I think the surprise is that it's on a Future track. Well, first of all, I didn't expect Kendrick on a Future track. Let's start with that. I didn't expect Kendrick on a Future track, and then Future and Drake supposed to be, they supposed to be Meth and Red.
Only reason why I think that Future and Kendrick was not a surprise, because obviously King's dead, got them a Grammy together. Exactly. And also, the crazy thing about all this is when they not rapping, all these niggas listen to Future.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
He's the best. He's the one who's in the class of his own. Completely.
Yeah. Like I feel that.
Right, that shit don't count. Like it's like back in the day. Remember back in the day, I think T.I. dissed Ludacris on like a Young Buck song.
Yes.
You getting beat down. We ain't automatically say, oh, Young Buck don't like Ludacris. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with Future. That man wrote his bars, and I think that's between them.
That was a crazy song too, by the way.
But I do think I do know that Drake and Future have had their lingering thing as well. Because Future is competitive. I don't think with Future you would think of him like that, because he kind of mysterious. But Future in his own right feels like he's the king as well. Like he really, if you really know him, he's the king in his eyes. Like niggas not fucking with him. You feel me? So I think there's a little bit of I love the pettiness of Metro with the Prodigy samples and all this different shit. Like that is exciting to me. That's like Beanie Siegel and Jadakiss brewing again. So I want to see Drake and Cole get just as creative and figure out a way to put it into music. I don't want it to get personal where, I need to find out about Drake digging up some info on Kendrick baby mom and shit. I feel like
that's lame.
But that's lame. But
to your point, I think that's why I think a lot of people are taking it to a personal level, because the last few instances of beef we've seen has been personal instead of just it staying on wax, or even the wax of it has been very petty. And to your point, it would be great if it could stay lyrical, but I don't think anybody trusts Aubrey to keep it there. I trust Cole to keep it there.
I trust Drake to keep it there. I think Drake is just going to do just like Nicki Minaj, knowing that they have a fan base that they control and really can just wipe your narrative out.
Which I think is petty. I feel like using your fan base is petty.
Kendrick got a fan base too. Like you see the people who's diehard
white people.
Nah, but it's a lot of niggas.
Amin and his bias.
I don't have a bias. I don't have any dogs.
You
in this
have,
fight,
I mean,
I don't have no bias.
I mean,
I haven't said anything.
A blood bias.
I haven't said anything.
They all three got white fans at this point. You can't get to where they at.
But Kendrick's fans aren't. Drake's fans are akin to Nicki fans, Kanye fans. Like there's a blind loyalty. Future's fans are like that too, though. There's a blind loyalty there. Exactly. Kendrick's fans aren't necessarily.
When I say Kendrick's fans are white, I mean like the people who write for Pitchfork, those kind of white people, not like random white people at a party. Like, of course, every
but I feel Cole got that too.
Hold on. Every big music act, of course, in order to be a big music act, you have to have, that's the majority in this country. You have to have white listeners in order to be, like everyone. Jay-Z had a huge white fan base. DMX had a huge white fan base. Like, so I'm not talking about from like that fan base, but I'm talking about like people who like listen to like Kendrick's last album and we're like, oh.
No,
the poetry, like those
fan base.
His fan base are like these white intellectuals, these white liberals who want to show. I'm not afraid of black people. Kendrick Lamar is my favorite rapper. Like there's an element of that.
I think that's why Cole and Kendrick, because Cole has those type of fans as well.
He does.
Like that's the thing between and everything.
He got niggas that got debt with Sally Mae.
In this era, your type of fan is what's going to help you win the war. Like Meek Mill could never beat Drake in a war on the internet.
No.
Like Drake's fans are savvy internet users. So I think the thing between Cole and Kendrick would give you that balance of like, people who actually know bars, people who actually know a little bit about the internet and a little bit about culture, to where it could make it as much of an even and fair battle as possible.
But this is what I gotta say, Chase. I think that the Kendrick and the Drake of it is better because Kendrick doesn't come outside. So Drake's battles usually involve like even the thing with him in Future right now involves a girl or something having to do with niggas being outside and all of the happenings that take place there. The thing between Drake and Kendrick would have to be purely lyrical, and Drake has never been in a situation like that. You feel me? Like even the Pusha T of it is involving Drake's personal life. Kendrick is just saying, nigga, I'm the better rapper than you. So what are you gonna do? You feel me? And I like that setup for Drake as a battle. Like, nigga, just rap. Just do that.
All that money and sales shit cancel out. It's straight to rap.
Yeah, we both the richest. We both got the biggest tours. We both killer. We both been out for 10 plus years. Nigga, number ones, classics, the whole nine.
Let's rap.
So let's rap, nigga. Just you and me. What you gonna do?
By the way, question. Y'all are more tapped in about this than I am. Do young people give a fuck? I thought 25 and younger.
Absolutely.
Or is this for us?
I think they like the music. I think they like the music.
No. This is our generation. He is right. You can watch interviews with motherfuckers in the age. They don't give a fuck about Drake. These niggas listen to Polo G. These niggas listen to Lil TJ. It is definitely a demographic. It is definitely a demographic for the beef, for sure.
They fuck with
I think like these niggas, bro, the reason I don't trust none of their ass or just go back and forth and none of this shit, and I'm surprised Kendrick even said anything in the first place, because, bro, this shit 10 years in the goddamn making, bro. Like, what happened to rap? Like, bro, we ain't telling y'all to go beef with each other, knock each other head off, but y'all know people been pinning y'all against each other for how long now? So now that you finally say something good for Kendrick, but I don't expect these niggas to actually respond. They've been pussy in the can for goddamn 10 years to respond to this man. So I don't really have no expectation for this. So it's not even moving the needle on me at all, pause.
I just noticed this nigga has a Corey Maggette jersey behind him, man. I've never noticed that before.
I didn't even know why there was a pause behind moving the needle for me at all. Why was that pause worthy? I missed that. Okay, never mind. Sorry. I was like, where was the pause in there?
Jerv be having that look in his eyes.
All right. I would also like to say it is to our listeners, because again, I think that's the main focus, right? Is that it is okay to like all of these artists involved. You don't have to pick a side. You don't have to get personal. You don't have to do the dirty work for the artist. Just enjoy the music. Enjoy whatever comes out of this. Nobody's going to get hurt. We're just going to get some good bars. Support the artist.
And that's the problem with some of these fan bases. It is
they take it too far
for them to not take it as a person. Like they got to squad up for this shit. Right. They gotta ride out.
Lucci and Thug here in Atlanta. Lucci and Thug here in Atlanta. It could have been on wax. It could have been all that, but we in the same city. So a lot of Lucci people start doing stuff to Thug people, and it get very, very messy quickly. So I feel like these people have the chance to actually, like J. Cole and Drake and Kendrick, they got the respect for fans that will respect this situation and let them be about bars only. But I just don't trust that they're gonna do anything about it.
But Juju, these is also street niggas versus like artists. Like Thug and Lucci is not.
I mean, Thug is an artist. Lucci is an artist. Don't do that.
I mean,
I think it all comes down to like the nature of the beef. Is the beef about like this feels like y'all said? So nigga said, I'm a better rapper than y'all. So now we're gonna rapidy rap each other, right? Right? As opposed to, yo, like you said, Jason, you're talking to my girl, or one of your people robbed my guy, like as opposed to something that's an actual real life problem with someone, then spilling over the record, then spilling back out. I think there's a difference between those two versus just keeping it about rap. I think it's like Chase said, it's gonna be cool, man, to see great rappers have to, like, for the sport of it, like raise their bar and rap each other. The
Prince line.
Pause. Don't hold your breath.
The Prince line automatically demands a response from Drake. Simple as that. That's a battle rap line, and that's why I love to hear that. Like, and then the K9 to your dogs all getting buried.
Come on, you gotta come back after that. You can't just let a nigga dig you like that.
Also, but real quick, I want to point out, it is very apparent though that the target for 99% of Kendrick's shit is Drake.
Oh, he knows.
Like,
he
like
knows.
the Cole stuff is like just
niggas do not want no part of J. Cole. I'm telling you, niggas. This new J. Cole, this upgraded, elevated, niggas don't want no parts of this J. Cole that's in the cut right now. Niggas don't want that problem.
I think Cole's too nice. I don't think he gonna.
That's why you
Cole brings it out sometimes, not often enough.
When he go dark, he gonna go all the way dark. But Kendrick is like that too. That's why I want to see him do it. They all got that dark side, but Cole and Kendrick, I think, would be special.
I think Kendrick has more. I think Kendrick has more. I don't want to say more to gain or more on the line here, but I think that because this is a new era for Kendrick in his career, he's more motivated to give us that energy, maybe than.
No, it's funny you say that, Naima, because I just had a conversation yesterday with the homie about that, and I said I feel like Kendrick, after this Morale album, this was like his, like, I don't want to say spiritual awakening, but like that album that he had to get out before he turned the corner again to come back to like Kendrick.
Gemini, brother.
Yeah,
Gemini.
Kendrick. Like,
so I will say this. I ain't gonna give too much, but he's been here the past 3 months working, and he just like
in
Cole.
your living room?
No, in New York.
No,
in
New York.
Who are we talking about?
What?
No, I mean we was on the yeah. But
I thought he was talking about Chase. I was like, Chase is over there.
I'm like, oh shit, what you got?
He's moving in the spirit of Ice Cube at this moment, coming out here to get in the New York feel, recording the album here.
Okay,
and it's coming. But I don't want to. Like I said, I wasn't even allowed to pull up to the studio. Like that's the type of energy they on. You feel me?
Yeah, you didn't pull Compton card on him. Like,
nah, it's not. It wasn't even on there. I respect it too, because I don't even want to hear anything anyway. But the thing that pisses me off about Kendrick is that he'll give us like 3 joints where it's like the ignorant shit, and then he just go boop and be like, all right, I'm trying to save the world.
Now I'm gonna give you the Pulitzer. Now I'm gonna give
you know what I'm saying? And that's frustrating because I know how nice that nigga is, and I be wanting like 12 tracks of the shit we just heard. You know what I mean? Because that would kind of levy the playing field, and niggas could probably be like, all right, this is the ignorant shit. Like, this is the shit we really want.
But this is where Kendrick as artist comes in, right? Because he is an artist. Mm-hmm. He wants to grow and evolve and change and experiment. And I think that's the hard thing for us as fans, especially hip hop fans. And sometimes we be like, nigga, get in the pocket and stay there, you know? And he wants to do other shit. That's a hard line to tell. I mean, Chase, I look to you. This is a hard, because you are also an artist and creative. It's hard.
Everything you're saying is true. And like I told my man yesterday, I said, I commend Kendrick for even doing what he's doing, because it's so easy to do the same thing over and over and be labeled great at it. Like, to make a Mr. Morale and change the trajectory of what he did, like, that was a very, very bold step. But I think it's tough when you have the accountability to please so many people in your music to just make a rap album these days, because some of Kendrick's best songs have melody in them. Let's keep it real. We gonna be all right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just don't kill my vibe. Like, he is that talented to be able to make that type of music. My biggest thing is this. I just don't want the biggest niggas and the most talented niggas to abandon throwing bones to the mixtape generation. Like,
correct.
Like, this generation need a mixtape era. They need the Lucy's. Like we had the Lucy's growing up from our favorite people. Like, we had Jay-Z,
Pete Cutter.
Yeah,
like the mixtapes come out, DJ fucking fuck them up down the road.
Well,
new shit with 50 new shit on it.
Who
cares? DJ, who cares?
I know he isn't in the mix of what we're talking about, but that's where I'm really happy that Q is back, because I feel like he's feeding that lane a little bit.
Yeah, we need that. We need the people. We need the youngsters to be able to have their favorite rappers drop freestyles and Lucy's that they can look back at 5-10 years from now and be like, oh damn, I remember when this happened, with this happened, with this happened. Because I feel like a lot of their music is just caught up in streaming and media.
Well, because they also, Chase, they don't have a differentiate. I'm sorry, Jason. They don't have a way to differentiate the street joint versus the single versus like we did, because the system has changed, right?
Exactly.
So for them, a song is a song is a song. And I think that's part of it. It's harder because also now they expect artists to turn over input so much that even like, I think Drake is a great example of this. Like, he be putting out EP/mixtape/albums. Nobody really designates between any of them in a real way.
Which is which? Yeah, they all
which
just
is kind
people just say he just dropped a new one
because like that whole changing of the guard of, well, for one, niggas don't rap on other people's beats no more. You know what I'm saying? So that I think kind of sucks as a whack part of the game.
I missed that.
Right.
Yeah,
Jack
but then
beat pause.
You feel me? And then and then niggas don't drop Lucy's. Like niggas,
it's either hit me on a delay.
but like Jason just said though, Jason, I feel like what you just said about rapping on the other beat, I think that's why this Kendrick and Future shit give you that same energy because you recognize the sample, and then Kendrick come out of nowhere, so it's almost like on some mixtape shit where you like,
it feels like a mixtape. It feels like, damn son, where'd you find this?
Right, kids will never know it's the mixtape, bruh. Right? Could you imagine if Young Jeezy would have died in 2006 or 7? He would have been like bigger than Tupac Shakur. Like niggas would have thought, bro, if Jeezy would have been alive today in 2020, oh my goodness, because that boy was dropping mixtape, can't ban the Snowman. He would drop the album. That bitch was hard. The DJ drama, everything, bro. They did everything back in the day. Now they motherfucker put one album out every year and we want to be the GOAT. Like how the hell you the GOAT, bro? You ain't even put some shit out all year. Yeah, I salute the Kendrick. They just make me mad with this, bro.
It's not sustainable. Like you gotta let artists live to have something to talk about. Like that whole put shit out more than once a year stuff. Like it's not a big body of work. I'm just saying, look, if you really love music, like me for example, I'm nobody. I'm trash. I don't deserve to be in none of these conversations. But I wrote 2 songs yesterday. You feel me? That if I ain't have to do this damn college basketball, coordinate with the people at my job for DraftKings, I would have went to the studio and just dropped them bitches and just put them out. But to your point, if you didn't have to do all the other life shit, you could have gone to the studio and dropped them. Niggas got shit to do. They can't be in the studio.
No, I'm just saying this.
Oh, he called me Miss Naima, baby.
What I'm saying, look, I'm finna got it.
Go ahead, sorry.
My sister in Christ, in the Lord. What I'm saying is, if you are a rapper, I am a social media coordinator. I have a job. My job isn't rapper. If my job is rapper, I'm a rap all the fucking time. And guess what? Because I love it. Not because I got to put some shit out for the label. Get what? That's already done. Get what? Me and Chase got that already in the works. But me and my other dog who ain't with a label, who got his own situation going on, I want to rap with my dog too. I'm finna throw him an alley-oop.
And when you first become a rapper, you have the opportunity to do that. Then you become a businessman. Then you got people on payroll. Then you got children. Then you got other shit. I'm just saying, no, I'm not arguing with you. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying life starts lifing, right? And it's not about lack of passion. It's more just like you start to feel like, well, I mean, okay, okay.
Because
I'm gonna say it's semantics because you start feeling like, because when you're hungry and you just get on, you have so much to say that you haven't had a chance to say. Then it becomes, I don't want to do this until I have something to say. Do you see what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying. That's where I was going with it. I think it's a product of the times we live in because people are desensitized with hard work nowadays. We posting everything. We getting that instant gratification. We don't realize how good it feel to have some shit going on. We don't realize how good it feel to just make some shit, create some shit in the bubble. We posting all this shit online and social media, make the shit. That's why niggas don't want to play in the All-Star game for real. Because the world done just went to, well, I'm supposed to be compensated for this. This is popping over here. These analytics matter over here. It's turned into all that shit other than send your kid outside, let them play till the lights come on. That's
not about the sport. We lose the sport, the competitive nature, and I think that's what has to happen. And I think what Naima said is right. And it's funny if you listen to the music, you know what I mean? Like Prodigy is saying it in the clips, like it ain't about the money. Niggas all got money. Niggas all got cars. Who the nicest? Like who's the nicest? And I feel like that's where we're at right now. Like all of these artists are entering that third phase. First phase is I'm coming up. Second phase is I made it. Third phase is just like, okay, I'm at this point in my career now where I've got everything. Now, do I really still love this shit like that to prove that I'm the best? And I think that's the thing that the big three really got to prove to themselves. Like the big three has to have that run. I think Cole has entered that space. I mean, I'm pretty sure you've seen it. Like when I seen Cole recently, like Cole is in that space. Like he wants to really prove like he's one of the ones forever. Like he really one of the best to ever do this shit. Drake is in that same space. He don't fucking sleep. And I think Kendrick is in that same space, but we got to allow them to roll out into this phase as well. Like even seeing Drake and J. Cole together, we gotta appreciate this moment. Like we didn't see Nas and Hov together in no moment on the road with each other.
And their prime.
You know what? I'm gonna just say 4 words right here. 4 words that prove what I'm saying. This is the type of shit. The energy I'm talking about. Nas and Hit Boy. Nobody told Nas he got to sit his ass up without. You are a legend. You are stamped. You are out. You are already in the rafters. Nobody give a fuck. Can't nobody say shit about you, and your hairline still good. You are a legend. My boy put out. My boy about King to Z for no reason at all. No bitches with classics. I don't give a damn about what, but the motivation or the label say. I'm just saying once it's in your pause, it's in and it's gonna come out.
But it took Nas a minute to get there because Nas also had Nas also, but he had to go through. But he had to go through the phase that Chase is talking about. Like I did everything, I got it. And we had this period where Nas was wildly inconsistent. You could tell sometimes he was just in the studio.
Niggas was calling Nas broke and didn't want to listen.
That's exactly why I bought Nas up.
Find the fire again.
Taking so many breaks. What I'm saying is, once it hit you, it hit you. That's the example I'm telling you, bro. Because he was dead. He was goddamn making all them songs on them whack ass beats, brilliant bars on whack ass beats after whack ass beat. But when my boy said, guess what? For no reason at all, I'm back. And that's what I'm saying. I'm looking for that hunger in an artist to fucking support these days. I'm saying that's what I want to throw my support. I'm not saying these folks is wrong for how they got their strategies and what their process is. I'm saying if you want me to get invested, let me see that in a young nigga eyes, and I'm with it.
That's why I fuck with Future, because that nigga be putting out shit all
and Drake too though. Drake
I say no Diddy.
Drake drops all the time, but sometimes Chase I be feeling like Drake is just throwing shit to the wall. I mean, that's fine, but I don't always feel like his heart is in it. That's my thing.
Speaking about the old times, let's bring up an old fit that was discussed on the internet. And I think it's a good fit, but we're gonna play good fit, bad fit.
No, that's a good fit. It ain't a good fit, bad fit.
You know what I mean? This is. I mean, look, the internet didn't. You know, I had 7% of haters on the line the other day when I posted this, which was kind of crazy to me. But this is the shit. I wore this when I was 20, but also I feel like you can still wear it.
I could wear this
now.
It's not fresh. It's not fresh.
It's not fresh.
You could wear it.
It's not bad. It's not a bad.
You could wear it with a different wash of denim and without that crease.
The all blue, light blue fit. That's not.
I mean, for where he is in the country, with Whataburger and all that.
That's my thing.
I'm great on the curve.
I'm gonna say this right here. The crease is a little egregious. No, you're not supposed to crease your jeans. But other than that, this nigga went to Whataburger. What? Gang. You creasing your jeans?
Yeah, I'm out here 90s back, nigga.
You creasing your jeans?
I've never creased my jeans in my life. In my vida.
I'm the 90s back, nigga.
First of all,
not even the 90s, not even the 80s.
I thought you only wore joggers straight. You actually have jeans?
Oh no, I'll be putting that shit on, twin.
But my point is this.
Clip that, please. Clip that.
The irritating part isn't what he's wearing. The irritating part is this man went to Whataburger. What is she talking about? The nigga, it's not at the club. He's not in Vegas. He went to Whataburger.
He's definitely coming from like a baby shower.
Nah,
you think he had a baby shower?
I'm not saying it was his baby shower.
This is how niggas in Dallas really dress.
Yeah, it wasn't his baby shower, but he's coming from something with that. That's an outfit that he laid out.
That's the everyday Naima.
Yeah, that's an everyday Dallas nigga fit. Like for real, that's like a Dallas.
I think y'all are underselling it with the baby shower. He got 2 sodas in his hand. He's clearly on the move
to the crib.
Yeah,
he's not.
He's about to go with his joint. He's about to go link with his joint. That's what this fit is.
Somebody is fresh.
If you can read the math.
Pull up the action figure.
They finna go to the club.
What,
bro? They made my man into an action figure. Hold on, look at this.
By the way, does this nigga get hoes?
He got nothing but hoes.
That's hard. That's hard.
That's so hard. I'll tell you this.
It look like Ice Cube in barbershop.
He's getting hoes now.
That nigga look like Brian Pumper.
It look like Ice Cube, nigga.
Did he actually have a chain? Why does he have 2 watches on? Did he actually have a chain on in the picture?
Nah, he didn't have no chain on.
That nigga got on a Santa Maria chain.
So let me ask you, is he fresh now?
Yeah,
he's fresh now for sure.
He should have modified his jeans.
He ain't got that crease in his jeans.
They took the crease out.
They took the crease out and they took that wash out. They took that acid wash out.
Yeah.
That elevated the game tremendously. And
they ain't wearing light skin jeans no more.
They got a bottle of Hypnotic in the
bag. Helped as well.
Hey, no, it's crazy. I seen somebody said that his jeans.
Is that a bottle of Hypnotic in an orange?
That's a Calypso.
A random orange.
Because that's he's on the West Coast. He got that shit off the freeway.
He got a Tangelo.
That's crazy.
Cuties.
Hey, niggas went to saying that's a good fit to Flame in the toy. Y'all niggas is crazy, man.
Why he got on cut like that, bro?
He got on 2 watches.
That's what I said. Why does he have on 2 watches?
Oh my God.
Why you holding your coat like a pistol?
Why does he have a cup in his hand and he got 2 different drinks in the thing?
Yo.
Or is that cup like for the double cup?
No, that's
got a milkshake.
That cup is for the double cup.
This is a Texas nigga. This is a Texas nigga for sure. This is Dallas.
They should have gave him a cup holder. They gave him that nut ass brown bag. That shit gonna spill.
Hey, because that top, the top right, he might be pouring up some syrup.
He is.
That's what I said. The cup is for the double cup.
That's some drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. No Jolly Rancher included.
You don't see the little measuring? That's the little measuring.
Yeah.
That's what that little spoon is for?
Yeah.
Right, this New Balance made this though. It's a New Balance toy on the bottom right. That's hard.
I actually want this though.
I need this. This shit hard. I need this for the crib. That bitch hard.
I actually want it. I just want his shirt to be a little longer. Like
niggas about to bully this nigga into a Ralph Lauren deal. This shit is gonna be amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
I know you need some points if New Balance come out with them New Balance those.
Yeah, them New Balance actually like those.
So to clarify, is he coming from the club or is he going to someone else's
going to
house?
a shorty crib.
He on a date.
This nigga right here.
He's about to go bust it down.
Going by his partner crib to get high. He probably going by his partner crib to get high.
Right.
What cologne?
He going by the weed man. That's why he got 2 colors.
What cologne does he have on?
He wearing Izzy Miyake right now.
John Paul
Drake Car. Noir.
Yeah.
Drake Car Noir is crazy.
Yo,
and they got that Michael Jordan cologne.
I haven't heard the words Izzy Miyake in like 25 years.
Oh, nah, the Izzy fits is
Miyake
right
still
now,
go
bro.
up.
Bro, we out here wearing on, bro.
We gotta get.
And they got that Michael Jordan cologne in his back pocket.
Yeah.
He got the bottle that look like the chest.
Where are the fries? At?
The John Paul
fries on the thing, but they don't got no fried toy.
Yeah, where's the fries?
That's why he got
the fries in the bag.
Oh, the fries in the bag. Okay.
Yo, so
It's poor, man.
we got one last topic. It's a very silly one. What's the wildest place a kiss cam could show up?
Oh, we're not doing no Diddy. Hashtag no Diddy.
Oh,
Juju we just can substitute everything Juju said all episode for no Diddy. That's the conversation right there.
Crazy.
No Diddy is a new pause, bro.
That's wild.
Has he been outside? Have we spotted? Is he like Kate Middleton right now? Like
he has not been outside, and if he's smart, he will not come outside.
Still active. My homegirl be cooking for him. She be posting at the crib. I be seeing him on the gram.
He's fake outside. He be at his kids' stuff.
I'm gonna say right now, I think he's gonna be outside.
Because he doesn't know how not to be outside.
Yeah,
that's the only
reason. He'll be outside.
I cannot say anything more.
He's not about to run him off like Russell.
He doesn't know how not to be outside. He is not going to leave like Russell. He is not going to retreat into that because Puff can't. It's literally not in his capacity to do so.
But what's
he's been doing
vibe?
This shit for 35 years.
What's the vibe? Because he's still gonna be trying to throw functions or pull up at the function, and then what's people gonna say? Like
he might come back as brother Shaquille Sunflower, man. You never know.
You going to Diddy party? You going to Diddy party? Like
he might switch up the whole swag.
He may, but here's the thing. In my opinion, and as y'all know, I have an extensive like bad boy related history. My thought is Puff was already trying to do a rebrand when all this shit happened. He was trying to do this brother love shit, and it wasn't curling, and it wasn't curling all the way over. And I think that his very steep,
it wasn't quite.
You know, it wasn't quite. It ain't quite. A rebrand is going to be very hard for somebody like Puff because his brand has been consistent and because everything surrounding him, everything brand related is about him. So it's going to be really hard for him to actually do a for real pivot because unfortunately, in every iteration of his brand, there were some forms of shady allegations that were attached to each iteration, right? So I don't know. I don't know. People that I know think that he's going to try to pivot, but I don't know if it's going to work. It might work on a whole new demo, but
I don't. But also, he's also fighting age. Like, even if he didn't have
fighting for his life.
I was about to say, what is he fighting?
No, he was fighting for his life.
Oh my
that
God.
Motherfucker was swinging like Trey.
Okay, our ears was on the same type of time.
All
of y'all breaking news.
Y'all niggas are all A shit. All four of y'all, yo, Jerv, Juju, Jason, and Trey. Chase, I didn't even see your reaction.
When you said "je," I got happy. I said, "Oh."
I hate y'all. I hate y'all niggas, man.
I said this nigga mean breaking news right now. Niggas is over there like
he was fighting. He was
about to go to fuck viral like shit.
Imagine if that's how I chose to break the news. An hour into a podcast where we talked about all this other shit. By the way.
I was about to post that shit right now.
You ain't shit, bro.
Fuck that dude show.
You ain't shit, bro. Nigga, look at Jerv about to sell you out, bro. Worse than
nigga said I'm about to post it.
Cut the feed.
That would be a crazy ass week, bro. From the shot to breaking news.
Oh, man.
Breaking that news would be
crazy.
Insane.
Wow,
oh my God.
But Naima, isn't that part of it too? Beyond.
I mean, but he's been fighting age for a minute, plus been in a full-blown midlife crisis for like the past.
But I'm just saying, like the last 5 years, right? What's he had musically?
But you know what? Here's what's unfortunate. This last album was actually about to be a bit of a moment for him, and then Capitol was like, "Yeah, nah, you can have this back. We out." Because he was nominated for a Grammy, all kind of shit, and then all this shit happened. So yeah, I don't know what's next for Puff, but I don't.
Just be. That's what I don't get. He's not going to jail or anything, right? Like just be.
He's not going to jail, but what I'm saying is he can't like his.
He can't just be.
He needs the light. Some people need the light. Some people feed off the light. He needs the light.
The same reason why we can't stop getting Dame Dash interviews. Like
it's the same reason why OJ ended up going back to jail because he wouldn't go somewhere and sit the fuck down.
Right. Like just shut up, bro. Just chill.
Just go sit down. And he still won't sit down.
Producer dancing in the video, man. Suge had it right.
Hey, from the jump. And that's the story is always gonna be the story. Like from you are who you are, no matter where you go.
I'm sorry. This nigga he said something about your hat.
What he say? What he say? What he say?
Always, anytime I put on a hat,
nigga really in tears, bro.
What nigga Juju always?
The Talib Kweli hat. What did he say?
No. This nigga Juju always
crazy.
Because I don't wear hats. Whenever I wear a hat, I don't wear hats. So when I wear hats, this nigga Juju is always like, no Diddy.
Cheeto Vera motherfucker you got on.
Yo, every time a nigga say something, they flaming you though. That's the crazy shit about it.
It's the
niggas is rude, bro.
Army green.
Yeah, it's a Fidel of the world.
Right. Wait, y'all feel like is it that y'all feel like Amin looks like a backpack rapper?
Like,
what's happening?
I'm
not saying that's what I think. I was trying
to nigga can't wear a hat.
That is the oldest hat. That hat is
it's the color, bro. It's the color.
A
homeless hat?
A homeless. A hat for the homeless niggas.
Got that bitch out to the side a little bit, look military.
Look at you, y'all. Please look at Jerv.
This nigga really crying.
You just need a dead prayer shirt. If you had a dead prayer shirt or a Che Guevara shirt on right now, you'll be lit.
A homeless hat. A homeless hat.
That's definitely a 555 soul.
Hey.
Hat is crazy though.
Y'all want me to really throw y'all off? Yo, check what color my pants is.
No, this nigga matches.
Yes, backpack.
Where you about to go, bro?
Backpack fit.
Backpack
fit.
Hey, bro.
Backpack.
Where the hell you about to go, bro? You better go to Shawnee's.
I got the backpack.
That nigga got a Serato in the back.
How about the pack? For real, man.
That's the one thing. Do not bag on him. Don't bag on Amin because he do the cheddar bob shit, bro. He do the Eminem route all the time. You ain't gonna get him.
This shit.
He'll flip
this
shit.
Shit, man.
He tried to get it off. He tried to take the pressure off himself and show the pants in the backpack. I
ain't taking the pressure. I'm just backing up what y'all saying.
Like,
I'm backing up what y'all saying.
Fuck it. Yep, I do.
It's just
this has been a great episode, man.
Yeah, man.
I ain't even trying to force the fucking kiss cam comment, bro. We can skip that shit.
We got that next week. Kiss cam is that's one that's evergreen.
Yeah.
This holelessness. That's
then they zoomed in on your ass.
This pod was sponsored by the Holiest.
Let me reiterate. Let me reiterate. I do not have hoes, nor have I in any time in my career possessed hoes. So like any allegations of hoe possession or hoe trafficking, not me.
Wow, whoa, Jesus. Nobody said that. You heard.
Talking like a nigga with no hoes.
Right.
No. Also, not guilty on scaring hoes. So that's my claim to fame.
And that's the important part, right? There's hoes and then there's scaring hoes. There's
don't scare the hoes. All right. Okay. Here we go. All right. That's going to do it for us this week. For our guests, Chase and Naima. Again, shout out to both of them for making us better. Shout out to Big Jerv on the production, Jason Madison, Trey Edwards, and the one and only Juju Gotti. This has been Black Opinions Matter, motherfucker. Remember, tap into that Patreon, patreon.com/countthings. And until next time, stay black, motherfuckers.